Alright, welcome back to another episode of Trails Beyond the Horizon. We are ready to talk to all these people, get chatting, see what's up, and continue the story from there. The sweets are sourced from famous stores across Lemuria. Thank you, sir. Um, hello. Hope the food here is to your liking, Mr. Arkwright. You bet it is. You guys got a great selection going on here. It's all carefully laid out so we won't get tired of eating the same sweets over and over again, even down to the drinks. I am quite glad you are enjoying it. If you'd like, please take this as well, hand brought from the capital. Oh, this morning's issue of Tyrol Times, pretty thoughtful. Well, thank you for that. Oret has been had a favorable weather this year and the harvest has been bountiful. We're also offering fresh fruit juice as a non-alcoholic option, so please enjoy. Where is my books? There it is. What is space? Space is hypothesized. Okay, so we're starting there. What is space? Program's importance, the ultimate goal, economy, space theme movies and everything. Food industry, space food, Anchorville, Dijon, and Altair. You can visit Crossbell really easily. Lino Orbital scooters now on sale. Okay. Let's see. Who else can I talk to? Not a lot. Can't talk to too many chefs and maids here. Well, thank you for the option. Please have as much as you like. By the way, bring out additional food later. Got it. Which group do I want to start with? Let's start with these three. What is going on here with the church group? Oh, hey, Arkwright, making the rounds already. How admirable. This is indeed a prime opportunity to go beyond your horizons. Thanks, Master Bergard. I'd say mine are broad enough, both front stage and back. But our wily host here is giving me plenty of incentive with the crowd he's gathered. 2 Dominions, 1 active, 1 retired, the crew from Thor's. That guy. A bit overkill for just a combat tech unveiling, if you ask me. Always a pointed critic, are we? As you are already aware, Marduk had the privilege of entering a technological alliance with the holy city of Arteria. Consequently, we're anticipating a great deal of collaboration on Zypher and Char technology, with not only them but the Epstein Foundation as well. That is how Father Kevin and Mr. Zeman here were procured to participate in today's tests. Nice way to spin it. Well, more to me like you had the Holy City and Foundation with their backs to the wall. I'm well aware there's been an ulterior motive at play from the outset, but you have my gratitude for the occasion nonetheless. It is true that this is not entirely without an agenda, but I do hope you can consider it equitable for all involved. Marduk's mission statement calls for a proactive approach to publicly releasing our innovations, the AR technology from today included. Yeah, hand to heart, it flat out floored me. VR is impressive enough, but this sort of thing really blurs the boundaries of reality altogether. That is the very concept behind its development, actually. We already had a theoretical framework, but it was the 6th generation Zypher standard that finally allowed us to bring it to fruition. Of course, the sheer scale of spatial mapping required limits its application to dedicated facilities such as this at present. That notwithstanding, when presented side by side with virtual reality, something of this nature is certain to make waves the world over. And given that both Church and the Foundation have been brought on, it leaves me very curious as to the project's end goal. Well, at the very least, I can assure you that our aims are nothing nefarious. Master's got intimidation down to an art. Ain't often someone can throw Thorndyke this far off balance. Yep, even our commander and the rest of us, Gralsritter, can't hold a candle to him. On the flip side, I'd say the only person who could right now would be none other than Her Holiness. Oh yeah, and by that you mean him. In any event, such a shame that you and Father Kevin brought a smaller turnout than initially anticipated, Mr. Arkwright. Granted, invitations were not extended to those members of your office whom appeared to have unavoidable business to attend to. But after all our painstaking efforts, I'd hope to have more testers to us down with our new combat and AR technology. Didn't you select who came? Oh, or Bergard did. Agnes is busy with finals, Katra has his college credit requirements. Uh-huh. I mean, Aaron would have been fairly free, right? Well, he might just go like, Marduk? Nah. Well, don't sweat it, got a decent handle on all this now, so I'll give our team a rundown when we're back. Besides any gaps I leave, Risette and Master will be there to fill in. Indeed, Agnes and the others should take it to fish to water. On that note, I'm surprised you arrived by your lonesome, Kevin. Your other squires I can understand, but one I would at least expect you to have brought Reese along. That's her name. About that. I'm guessing you probably already heard, Master, but over on the Arteria side of things... Alright, sharing time over this goes on a need-to-know basis only. Pity that. Though I do have a faint idea, courtesy of the grapevine. A bit galling, I must add, that our company wasn't tasked with incorporating the Zypha standard into your core systems. The one the church keeps under top-secret wraps, you mean? Probably about time with how outdated it must be. And Rice. She's your childhood friend, right? The one whose thumb they say you're always under? Pull it with a two-pronged attack, will ya? Not like you taught me martial arts or anything. Helped me learn how to control my stigma. And was also keeping an eye on you. She was concerned about how you were handling your stigma. There's nothing else to do but to thoroughly drill it into you, to make sure you wouldn't do anything you would come to regret. Your direct disciple Silas, Leon, and the 8th Dominion. Yep, Gaius. Naturally, a few others as well. Wazi, Abbas. It's called being a protagonist, Kevin. It's wonderful to us afraid to be able to converse with both you and Kevin like this. If possible, I would love to get all my disciples together someday, hidden or otherwise, and have a nice long chat. That is a lot of people that Van has relationships with. Let's go with that. Sure, Thorndyke. Sure. Alright, Mirabel. And Kasim and Feri. As far as you spring yourself into full body action at a moment's notice, I'd grant passing marks. Appear you greatly refine your predictive eye over the course of your traineeship. I'm really starting to feel like my moves are 2 steps ahead of whatever my teammates are about to do. Even so, your grasp of the battlefield in its entirety is less than optimal. You over-rely on the auras close by to inform your actions. To truly embody a sense of a Kruger warrior, you must draw into flames of the war zone and channel them into a godly roar of lightning, a step which is yet beyond you. You're way too hard on me, Kasim. Sister like brother are always in combat mode. Can't they talk about something more, I don't know, party appropriate? That's just the Kruger way for ya. They got more of a typical brother-sister relationship than you'd think, though, outside of combat or training. When the whole family was together at their last New Year's festival, Kasim doted on Feri with a vengeance. And the way he'd beam at his 2 littlest sibbies? Like nothing I've seen out of him before. I can't picture it. You were at the village New Year's festival, though? Not that I didn't have my hunches. Still, going to meet your boyfriend's parents at the holiday homecoming. You two must be pretty serious. The Marduk and the Kruger have a partnership, that's all. Some equipment got newly furbished and, nuts to this, no use pretending otherwise. We've been going steady for about 3 years now, so we figured it was about time he introduced me. Whoa, that long already? 3 years ago... Huh. Basically, like, during the war, right? Right after the war, I guess? You're 2 years older than Risette, right? Sure, that's plenty young, but you sure as hell ain't a teenager anymore. Yet here you are, dating in the workplace, seizing the day on and off the clock. Man, what would I wouldn't give. Listen, you. Perhaps you should prioritize your own private affairs before making a sport of others. I don't mean to suggest putting the self above all else, but there are some fields in which a fulfilling personal relationship will directly impact one's performance. Your hollow style and Kunlun expertise, for example, to say nothing of the 4 SPGs you undertake. Can't argue there. I'm purely curious about that part of Van's life myself. Apparently, he and Elaine used to go out when they were still in school. Get out of town. When I heard he, she, and the Prez Four-Eyed Aide were an old posse together, but willity, ex-sweethearts with the beauties played. Now if that don't beat all, how about we go a little more in depth on your relationship status, Like, say, with Risette? Pardon my insolence, I have no flings to speak of, so have pity. I'm glad it's like, officially official. You're caring and friendly, you know that, Mirabel? All my younger brothers are super attached to you. They can't wait to see you again. Aw, those kids are so cute. I'd spend a heap of time playing with them while we were staying in the Kruger village. But honestly, if we're talking caring and friendly, Kasim's mother and everyone else in the village have me beat. They were all quite taken with you. I'm sure they'll be eager to see you again. That being said, I have left the ways of the Kruger behind me. Even if we were to be together, living in the Kruger village would prove very difficult. Kasim? Oh, I don't care about that. So long as I can be with you, Kasim. Wait, I can't just be saying stuff like the year of all places. My apologies. Still, I haven't completely severed ties with my family. I'm sure it'll be okay to show my face there from time to time like I did during the New Year's festival. If that's the case, then why'd you make me say all that in the first place? But I can't deny I'm happy to hear that. Can't wait to see you back at the village someday, Mirabel. And I know that Umi, my younger brothers, and the rest of the villagers would feel the same. I might nervous, but they're all good folk, got used to them pretty quickly. It's only natural to introduce my real family and take care of my younger siblings as always. You, too, should value such bonds. Only by doing so will you remain firm on your own convictions. When Kruger is so super nice to me. Yep, he's able to separate his personal and professional lives. And he's on the clock right now, so... cooked dinner together, played with the village kids. Oh, that's nice. Okay, these two groups. Let's go meet that group first. Hello, the group of dubious people. Not you, Risette. Two former antagonists? Mr. Harkride, speak of the devil. You were talking about me, huh? Humble top dog of the Ironbloods, consider me worthwhile gossip fodder. And you're Ryan, right? Can't say you two and Risette seem the likeliest of trios. As it happens, I've been in contact with Miss Orion over Marduk-related business for a short while now. This man and I have shared some correspondence as well in regard to Miss Rosenberg's situation. As such, this seemed like an opportune time to relay any further matters that pertain to them. The two of us, on the other hand, already share personal ties. I owed my foundation of knowledge and basic sense to his instructions several years ago. The foundation of knowledge and basic senses. Carrying a lot of weight right now. How could I ever forget? But I must say, you've hardly come to hardly even resemble the pawn that is the person you were back then. I appreciate you saying so. Pretty loaded thank you there. Guess I'll just keep my nose to myself. That is probably for the best. They were both ally and adversary throughout the war, after all. Cold Steel 2, they were allies. Cold Steel 3, they were... acquaintances? Cold Steel 4, definitely enemies by that point. Anyway, nice to finally meet you in person instead of over comms once, Rufus A. Kind of a pain to dance around the name though. You mind if I just call you Alberea when no one's looking? And do as you will. I doubt we will turn many heads these days. It's an honor to finally meet the vaunted Spriggan's acquaintance, especially after my limited range of activity in Edith. Heels backwards, coming from an ex-big shot like yourself. But more importantly, you really came in clutch for my pal in his last moments. Yep, the whole Mirabel. I watched that whole cutscene, like, less than 12 hours ago. Getting a chance to give him one final send-off was lucky enough. Bringing Mirabel along to do the same was the cherry on top. Still, even accounting for Swin and Nadia's sitch, that still leaves me a debt I aim to pay you back for. Mr. Arkwright. I was merely repaying my own personal debt to that man. People do say for one so streetwise you place an uncharacteristic emphasis on obligational duty. But even still, to have you so indirectly beholden to me is a tad discomforting. Huh. I could have sworn I was talking to the most shameless opportunist this side of Zemuria. One good favor deserves another, so feel free to call into favor whenever it suits you. So long as it doesn't cross my boundaries, that is. I'm the guy who's set in his ways. Duly noted. Evidently, we are more compatible than I give us credit for. Much as I hate to admit it. Mr. Arkwright is surprisingly open-minded to deal with Rufus so freely. Those who do tend to wind up being cajoled into do something or outright used for his benefit. Though I suppose those tendencies of his might have changed somewhat ever since he met Lapis, Nadia, and Swin. Is that so? I'm not as familiar with Mr. Alberea, but your assessment of Mr. Arkwright is certainly correct. This event of ours has gathered people of many walks, be it Thor's the Church or otherwise. The opportunities we present in doing so may as well be more significant than the training itself. Incidentally, I hear you've been entrusted with a great many responsibilities at the Epstein Foundation. It is quite impressive, especially considering you're part of the Thor Strategic Research Lab. Thank you very much, but I don't think I'm quite as impressive as you, Risette. You managed to take care of your tasks for Marduk while also working on Arkwright Solutions. Speaking of which, I may need to call upon your assistance in the future with regard to my new responsibilities. I hope to work together with you again when the time comes. Yes, of course. New responsibilities, I wonder. Altina? Yep. Pleasure to be working with you. Indebted to Marduk, the Meister. Alright. Protagonist time. What's up? At it already, huh? Hello there, Arkwright. Meanwhile, Lapis. Word on the streets you're out to conquer the confectionery world, one sweet at a time. Not the way I would have phrased it, but sure. As for you, little lady, Nadia and Swin weren't kidding when they said you could pack it away. Old man Jorg worked out a way to convert it all to doll-compatible energy, I'm told. It was a shock to us too, way back when, and her stomach's grown a few sizes since even. Almost makes you want to keep the feed coming just to see how much more she can wolf down. Here, Lapis, Lapis, Lapis. How about another helping of the roast chicken all slathered in gravy? Moving right along. Good to officially meet, Schwarzer, Armbrust. And again, Clausel and Miss Herschel have told me many stories that this feels more like a reunion. That sounds about right. We've heard a few things here and there about you too. Though Crow has the edge on me there, given the near miss you had during that immigration incident. Yeah, no hard feelings, but I was doing some poking around in your business at the time. Figures you were skulking behind a curtain. Hardly think of you as a stranger, especially with an MO like that. I'll take that as an honor. By the way, we're around the same age too, right? Not sure how much you've already caught on to my situation, but right now, I run freelance contracting office over in this free city of Talsum. You ever need extra hands? Give me a ring, yeah? Be nice if the offer stands the other way around too. Well, fancy that. Most of the jobs you take must be bigger in scale than my usual fare. But sure. Can't go wrong paving a two-way street with the original C, Erebonia's unsung hero. Not sure how much I'll be using with whatever errands to you and the not-so-unsung hero here have got going on, though. Sorry, but that's a card we'll have to keep close to our chests. Still, it'll be great to know we can rely on each other for help in case something does come up. Not to mention, I believe we already have a certain acquaintance in common. Oh, Shizuna. Well, I won't just out and name drop her, but you've got my condolences. And watch your step. One look at that sword play you showed off earlier and she'll drag you into a fight if it's the last thing she does. I'll keep that in mind. Though for all the improvements I've made, she seems to be climbing even higher. You two had a run-in at the start of last year, right? She must be some real serious business if that's your takeaway. The way things are set up around, we're probably in for a close brush, or even closer depending. And on that note, I've got a request for you, Arkride. Any chance you and the rest of your solution crew can take Princess Silverblade in? Maybe keep a tight leash on her for a bit? You mean she's with you? Are you nuts? We haven't heard a peep from her for over 2 months now. And the last time you and she tried to make up for eating my limited edition cake with a half-ass replacement and a tee-hee whoopsie. Every summer exposure share vein. I had a slice of it myself. It was simply adorable and outrageously scrumptious to boot. That was an inside job? Wait, weren't you in shard form back then? He's got more layers to him than the story suggests. Pun not intended. Yeah, plus a pal and a CID we should be on our toes about. Still, I think we can trust this one. More or less. Ladies and gentlemen, we have prepared additional sweets! And Van goes, sweets! And delicacies for your enjoyment. Oh damn, that's an Erebonian place. The one that caters to Imperial family. Hold your horses, Van. Better wait till I got a bit more room in the old stomach before I dig into those. It's gonna be gone. Lapis is going to absolutely take it. I'm sorry, it's gonna do what? Uh-huh. You can't believe you even know my fellow disciple. You've got quite a network. Uh-huh. Is your connection with a certain building guild a true? Makes me wonder about your other childhood friends. Isn't busier than ever. I can hardly get in touch with the guys as is. Uh-huh. Heard a lot of you on feet. It's an honor finally meet you in person. Right. I'm sure we'll get to fight together at some point. You know, that body of yours is pretty impressive. Really feels alive, for lack of a better word. Only ever saw you in Shardboard before, so this is extra new. Thanks, I'm glad everyone likes it. Can't wait to show it off to Swin and Nadia, too. I wonder if they'll be excited to see how much I've grown. Oh. So the timing just didn't work out, but I'm supposed to meet up with them soon. I can't wait to see the look on their faces. Uh-huh. Is it? Ah. Is this one gonna also, like, naturally grow? I doubt it, but... We're not exactly colleagues, but in the same line of work. Uh-huh. Sure, alright. Let's eat. Just such a tort. My, you certainly know your stuff. It was made fresh in the Empire just this morning and air delivered here. Should I cut you a piece? Yep, okay.
That rich, decadent butter cake slathered in a smooth, lustrous ganache. I hear it's even been soaked in a sweet and deliciously tart apricot jam. I'm drooling just thinking about it. Can I get a piece? Wait, no, 2 pieces?
I'll take the entire cake!
What the crap?
Hello, Van. Doesn't this cake look exceptionally yummy? I'd love to be able to take it home and share it with Nadia and Swin, but it'll probably get eaten up here, huh? What a shame.
Sir?
It's fine. You can give it to her.
He's too...
Thanks. I'll take it then.
He's too nice.
Wow, that cake Lapis had looked delicious! Can I get some too? Van?
I failed you, my empress.
It'll be alright, sir. We have a second one ready in the back. I'll go prepare it.
Van's like... You have a second one? Why did you have both? Lapis tried to get more, but he stopped her. Oh. Gotta pick my feet up. Got a lot going on here. Gotta keep sniffing out leads. Alright. There's the little trio. Let's call them that. How did they say it? Oh, Team Tiny, right? Team Tiny and Reverie, I think, is what they call a trio like this. It was what? Fee, Millium, Altina.
Okay.
And Lapis? And maybe some other, like, people also. Anyways. The search towards gone already? My apologies. Make sure we have more available next time.
Please relax and make yourself at home.
So we have additional dishes. Okay. Real quick, I assume this is yeah. Alright, well, what's next? Uh-huh. Yeah, let's just start with these three. Okay, what are you three up to? C and someone who I would not be surprised if he took up the name C. Making runs again, hustle never stops for you. I'm not gonna say every line now, my throat's gonna die. This ain't about talking shop, trios. Yeah. In some level, that is, you know, I can't say much about Gil there, but again, Van hasn't committed terrorism yet. I might have to give you that one. Oh yeah, that did happen. Maybe put it in a way that would make us sound like a bad situationship, though. With your freelancing practice underway, I'm sure the time will come when I need to hire you. Use and abuse me, more like. Minor points to discuss. External testers. Oh, a new bike. And Rufus is in for Lapis. Ren hasn't... Oh, Ren told you about it, okay. My lips are zipped. Marduk's have made external testers of us all. Why do we capitalize and deepen our bonds of camaraderie? Pass. Oh, that's a shorter conversation. Joe Nightbreaker. Right. Him and Angie. Gil, what's up? No, we are arranged to meet elsewhere. Interesting, okay. That'll be fascinating. Alright, Kevin, what are you doing with these two beauties? Oh, Risette's talking about their accents. Got it. Dialects, You place my grandpappy was born and raised, and you mentioned me from Emerose, middlemost of the Free Cities, south of Arteria. Liberal merchant for our client, mentioned having roots in the Free City too. Heh. Think I know just the gal you're talking about. You sure do cast a wide network though, Arkwright. Oh, show me what's with my colleagues through Master Bergard. Now you got a whole nother slew of names to add to the list. Yeah, show me is a strong word in those cases. Iron Blood number 1. It's been a lot of first meetings. Even you I haven't seen in a while. Friends in high places, guild to the CID, and hey you as well. You kind of already are, Van. I'll be honest, you're literally like 2 connections away from both of... Well, actually, you know what? You're 1 connection away from that with Rean from an Orobonian Witch. 2, actually multiple. Liberlian Royals, do any of these guys have like a direct connection to Chloe? I guess not, right? Not like super directly anyways. They'll have to go through like from one of them to like Estelle, or actually from Tita. From Tita and then Tita to Chloe would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Alright, keep your shirt on. Yeesh, I'd really would jinx it for yourself, but you generally sound worn stuff. I'll be honest, it's gonna happen at some point soon. Unsurprisingly, infrared for a Selge is a core tenet of Mr. Arkwright's style, as it were. Den of snakes, huh? Sorry to come down so hard. Not like I don't have my fair share of contacts there. But even if I take them over to Cult or Almada, some of the heretics they've got are nothing to laugh about. Oh, they're talking about, yeah, Ouroboros. Familiar and pallor, also strong words there. But I get what you're trying to say. Ain't something you gotta hammer in with me, though. I only ever judge people for the people they are. Still, I'll watch my step. Wouldn't get into hot water with your old self now, would I? Oh, I'd wash my hands of that. Just try to keep off Iscariot's radar, alright? Right. I don't remember what his past was. Mirabel, what's gone you sudden? Oh, hush up and take a hug. I swear, you really are such a... Mirabel, please, we're in public. Don't mind the rubberneckers. Giving you a big old squeeze on my only order of business right now. This is all a misunderstanding. She's engaged. Anyways. Friendship between women is a beautiful thing. Not a stranger. Oh, yeah, sure. That Mirabel, I suppose you could say she's the overly affectionate type. Can't say I dislike. I'm sure Kasim actually treats her really well because of that. Been look ever since back when she was able to move on her own. Okay, well. Okay, Team Tiny, what are we up to? Eating, I suppose? Oh man, the cake earlier was absolutely delectable. Makes me wish I paid the original shop a visit with Nadia while infiltrating the Imperial capital 2 years back. She just says it. Like, you know, casually. I don't even know where to start with that sentence, but wait, you ate the whole thing already? Look, specialty cakes like that are something Master Patissiers pour their entire souls in. Just call this meal Listen, you. There, Van, but wow, Lapis, you sure have a big appetite. I remember you staring holes into food at Monmar too back when you were a fairy. Seconds from drooling, even. The sorry sight had Yume dead set on feeding you. Even in her previous body, she was an unfathomable glutton. Bad news for Swins and Nadia saving. Though I bet a certain rook's got a nest egg hidden away. Oh, you snagged yourself some Searchator too. A close relative of mine has a fondness for it, so I do get some from her on occasion. A certain relative, you say. She's been holding off nowadays, though, out of consideration for her weight. Can they even? I guess their bodies are basically the same as a human's, right? That's how they're built. Her latest fiction is pretzels, per the recommendation of a Crusbellan acquaintance. Pretzel is a dense, chewy bread made by twisting dough then baking it. From sweet and savory salted honey to crispy bacon wrapped, every kind is worth a try. Oh, that sounds tasty. And a good fit for field rations, too. Yeah, one theory is they're made in monasteries as shelf-stable food during the Dark Ages. Right. Okay, yeah, they're talking about Yuna. Okay. I was like, across Bell and Acquaintance, I'm like, there's like a bunch it could be. Turning around lots of places with Rufus. Everywhere I go, I gotta go. Not just pretzels. Seen so many new kinds of sweets. We'll hear the details later. He's looking at me so intensely, it's a little scary. You're asking me to talk to Thorndyke about sweets. Feri, what's up? I like sweets back home, lots of different kinds of sweets. Right. Altina? Yep. I'll take that as a compliment. Alright, protagonist man, what's up? An honor to meet you once again, young Divine Blade. Neither the Empire's campaign nor the subsequent crisis and crossbow would have you reach a resolution, were it not for you. You had a lot of friends and allies. Bergard and Marduk had a hand in things too, I'm told. Indeed. Though Marduk's cooperation was more closely aligned with Operation Mule Mirage. Called upon the various Jaeger Corps across Emeria. Facilitated contract with the Weisland army. Modest bit of assistance to the Radiant Wings. What guys and I was so sure you'd pass away all the way up until late last December, was it? Yes, the first reunion in 3 years. I had expected some measure of anger. But instead, he simply embraced me without so much as a word. Find your disciple, and I deserve that one. Yeah. And that sounds like him, alright. Made Father Gaius acquaintance the other day. As a result, you met Gaius as well. Diligent in his self-betterment and as mighty as any dominion. Word is, above all is his ability to become one with the wind. With that, my sister could follow his example. Wait, are you saying? Yes, I've heard tell of this from their elder. Supposedly, the people of North Highlands share a common ancestor with the Kruga. Yes, though not at all a recent one, our connection is best described as that of a distant kinsman. 1,000 years ago, the Nord tribe migrated to the Central East. Remained in the Central East. East. Okay. So exactly what are rolls of flames? You've grown, Van, pressing such an incisive point at this of all moments. Truly, have you done credit to your reputation as a dropout disciple, to put it in Mother Celeste and Father Leon's term. Well, excuse me for not being a valedictorian. And for the record, compared to Gaius, those two are practically still thumb-sucking little rugrats themselves. No, be at ease. Consider this a friendly student rivalry of sorts. How? Leon disses me like a stabbed at the jugular. Regardless, I've ready to distance myself from the Kruger tribe's charge. It will have to be Feri who gives you the answer you seek. Or rather, who uncovers it alongside you all. Forget it. Dancing around the topic's nothing new for you. My apologies, but this is generally the best I'm able to answer. Although, there is more I can divulge were you to become her groom and thus a brother to... Nope. Creepy. Too creepy. Creepy. Too much of an age gap. No. If looks to kill, it'll be capital murder. An overactive imagination on your part. Looks like expectations weigh heavy on him in every direction. Much like yourself in recent past, do try to foster a cordial relationship if you could. Of course, I was already hoping to. Alright, that's probably all I can poke. Time to break this off and kick back with a good cup of joe. Right, let's finish talking to these guys. No. No. No, that's not happening. Maybe you got some kind of business to attend to after this. A source I probably shouldn't name. A friend of ours working in the Republic is expected to handle those arrangements. Right. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll meet again at some point and fight together at some point. It's good to see you making the rounds. Right, well, that is everyone. Let's go ahead and save. Drop a hard save. Let's go ahead and take a coffee break and see what's next. I think it's time to set it back to auto.
I'm glad to see everyone enjoying themselves so thoroughly. If I could have all your attention for a moment, I'd like to say a few words.
And here comes the
Firstly,
hammer
I
drop.
would like to once more offer my
ball
sincere
drop?
gratitude to everyone for their cooperation in our trial. Though we had some concerns due to the tight schedule the products were made under, the data from the test results surpassed our expectations. Over the next few days, we will work to fix any and all issues that were discovered and have an update as soon as possible. So, to both our external testers and to our guests, I'd like to extend my heartfelt hope that we continue our mutually beneficial relations.
I'm really not sure what to think about all this.
Yeah, he reminds me a little too much of the head of the Black Workshop. Still holding out hope this place isn't nearly as bad, though.
Even so, I can't help but feel it has just as many secrets.
Oh, that is for sure.
Yikes. I was definitely the right guy to send here. Poor Gaius just ain't cut out for this shady stuff, and Celeste probably would have ended up leveling the building somehow.
Knowing her, you're probably right. But then again, are you really so different?
I'm certainly very thankful for this new body. But we owe a fair bit because of it now, don't we?
Indeed. It wasn't simply a gift from the Meister. It was also a bit of a clever trap for us by the General Manager, or perhaps even the C-Suite.
As I'm sure you're all aware, our company is in full cooperation with the Republic's bold new initiative. However, due to a majority of our internal resources being allocated there are certain tasks we've been unable to deal with.
So you're gonna
As
assign them
such,
to us?
some of you may find yourself contacted with a proposition in the days to come. Of course, we've no intention of forcing any of you. If you happen to be interested, however, we'd gladly welcome your continued cooperation.
She okay?
I
remember hearing that Altina works with the Empire's branch of the Epstein Foundation.
That's right. Is it perhaps... I can't really say much about it. Just think of it as another one of our general manager's sneaky little tricks.
No surprises there. Really?
But that's enough business talk for the evening. For now, we've prepared hotel rooms for all of you.
Oh,
your accommodations are at a high-end hotel in the center of Levance. I invite you to rest there and recover from your exertions.
Will I be able to walk around? Oh, is that
Pardon me. My apologies for the interruption. However, I've just received some news I suspect all of you will be interested in as well.
Okay.
A live broadcast from Calvert has begun airing. I'll take the opportunity to put it up on a monitor so we can watch.
Surprise broadcast.
Now, as per the sudden announcement from the presidential office, the launch of the second orbital rocket is about to take place.
Oh.
As outlined in the initial plan, this will be a trial run to confirm pilot safety for the manned flight planned in the third launch.
Wait, what?
Wasn't the launch scheduled for 2 weeks from now?
It would appear the schedule was bumped up.
It seems preparations are complete and they're ready to begin the countdown.
I mean, no surprise that they're
We've been
working.
granted access to the on-site 3D camera. Ms. Alton, please switch the feed over to the AR system.
Oh, come on! You can't just dump that on me out of nowhere! At least we're gonna have the best seats in the house.
Oh, this room is also...
Whoa. This the same AR tech from the trial?
Every room's outfitted with it then.
Beginning countdown. 10, 9, 8.
Are they gonna simulate wind
7,
also?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
I mean,
we're back.
That's as far as the AR was able to follow from the 3D camera feed. The rest, we'll just have to watch from the camera on the satellite.
It makes sense.
A place that even Elysium was unable to reach.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, they were thinking about that as well. Or they did that at one point.
A humanoid unit, huh?
Which means the actual thing they want to send up there must be...
One of the Republic's assault frames. But wouldn't its balance be a problem?
This is the comms and observation satellite, Prometheus 4. Connection with the simulated manned flight frame, EXD completed. Cockpit temperature, 68 degrees. Airtight shield, functional. Oxygen ratio, nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
Ah, so they're keeping the frame up there for 24 hours to see if anything breaks. Yep, there's these three.
I hereby declare Part 1 of Project Star Taker's second phase complete. Provided the EXD unit's return is successful, we'll proceed immediately to Phase 3. Today's launch was moved forward without notice. However, we plan to have the presidential office issue an announcement prior to the next one. I expect we won't keep you waiting for long. And as always, we ask for your continued support for this project.
This has been live coverage from the command center at Zeku Space Base. We'll have more details on the project schedule once the test dummy's return mission is complete.
Mm-hmm. Well, things are moving fast.
Shall we hurry back to the Republic?
Yeah, looks like things are really gonna start speeding up from here on.
I've completed my interim reports, so I'm free to return to my transfer assignment.
That's great! Let's all go back together then. Kasim, Mirabel, Mr. Thorndyke, thank you for all your help.
We have a 10-hour drive ahead of us. Aw, we're not gonna be able to talk to the others for a bit. Oh well.
After seeing that test dummy, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, it's probably the real reason behind our unofficial invite to the Republic.
Along with your partners, right?
Ah.
Right. My machine was brought from the Imperial Airport, disguised as civilian airship cargo.
They want experienced pilots. I see. Yeah, because in terms of like combat pilots, these two are probably some of the top ones.
You brought yours in from the Free Cities, is that right?
Yeah, I just finished setting up a cozy little spot for myself there. Thanks to all this, I owe the local authorities a huge favor now, though. But the Republic really went out of its way to take care of all the costs and negotiations involved in this trip.
That begs the question, why are they so eager to have you in Basel?
I mean, technological hub. Why wouldn't they be?
And I must say it worries me that Rufus is also active again now of all times.
I know what you mean, but I don't think he'll be making the same kind of suspicious plays that he did 2 years ago.
Worrying about that guy's motives is a waste of time. He seems to be on the same page as that manager guy for now, anyway. Oh, but that reminds me. What was all that about before?
I'm guessing something's happened with the Epstein Foundation?
Yes. In fact, I just received word from Chief Plato that... Oh, there you all are.
Oh.
Hey, everyone! Over here!
I mint, right? Chief Plato.
The time is nigh. The 8 leaves must come together as one, and cut a path to the land where the heavens turn. It is after your fateful clash with the Black God that you will find your true blade.
The 8 leaves must come together. I mean... that implies Cassius as well, doesn't it?
I can't stop thinking about how strange that space program is.
Interesting.
Not only that, but the fact they were so easily able to reach somewhere even Elysium couldn't is shocking. What are we going to do, Rufus?
Given the way things are at the moment, I don't intend to make any big moves. Besides, we still need to get your new body sorted out. For now, we'll meet up with Swin and Nadia as planned.
This looks like a really cheap car.
Okay. I wonder what Nadia and Swin will think of my new body.
Don't know what your previous one looked like, but I can say for certain that this one is just jam-packed full of cute. That Rosenberg guy doesn't mess around. And of course, it helps that you're such a charming little lady on your own, too.
Hi, Kevin. So you're joining
I'm glad
these
you
two.
Agree. You know, your name isn't too bad either. 70 points? No, definitely a 69 on the cuteness index.
Hey now, ain't that kind of stingy? And what did my poor name do to lose that extra point?
The fact that she acts without regard for others' feelings is simply part of her charm. And just for reference, my name scored an 85.
Just had to rub it in, didn't you? Man, I'm catching it from all sides today. For real, though, I'm grateful for the ride. Even if I'm only going to the Levance airport, I really wanted to avoid all the bells and whistles of a Marduk send-off.
It's my pleasure. However, given who you are, I imagine you could have flown anywhere you wanted without help. Fifth Dominion, the Thousand-Hand Guardian. Or perhaps you've changed your title again. I suspect what you were looking for wasn't just a ride, but a chance to discuss something with us away from prying ears?
Huh?
You got me. Figures that I couldn't pull one over on the top dog of the Ironbloods, a villain who plotted against the world. I couldn't talk about this earlier since Arkwright's master was there. But now, it's time for us bad guys to make some moves. You see, I've got a job to do. I'd like to hire you to help out. What do you say?
I assume Swin and Nadia are part of the package. This is villain work, Thorndyke.
Perhaps I stirred the pot a bit too much. All of their selection as test members was entirely up to the risk management AI. But, well, I suppose it's true that we were able to resolve a number of outstanding issues thanks to them.
You can be a real slimeball when you want to be. You could have at least told Risette the truth, you know?
It was a necessary step, considering what lies ahead. First, the President's office pushed Phase 2 up without any advance notice. And now, taking into account the schedule for Phase 3 they just sent us, we're only barely going to make it in time.
But that's... Ugh! What is that good-looking, good-for-nothing president even thinking? I don't care what kind of shifty stuff is going on behind the scenes. Ain't he rushing just a bit too much?
Even so, if we were to push back at all, everything we've worked for may just go up in smoke. We can leave the issue of the Garten entirely to the Foundation. So I want everyone to devote their full focus to this.
Oh, Altina's going to be in charge of the Garten.
The resources we can
muster. The Marhen Garten is
all
back.
All for the Republic's dear Project Startaker. Or perhaps I should call it the President's plan to drive a blade into the heavens.
Fascinating. I assume that's the end of the prologue anyways. Is that? That is him. Her. It.
Stupendous. Things are getting even more fun than I'd hoped.
Enforcer No 0, I think. Forgot your number.
Campanella? Just what is the meaning of this?
Number 6.
I got your message. I thought we agreed that you'd be helping with this, so why are you pulling out at the last second?
Hi, Novartis.
Sorry, my bad. I just got really busy here all of a sudden. Everything on the surface has gotten so complicated. I don't have any time left to be helping out behind the scenes.
It's far too late to back out now. Besides, isn't Harwood freed up?
I think he's under house
I'm well
arrest.
aware that someone needs to act as an observer, but just leave it to him and Isali.
Isali, that's a new name.
Well, that'll be tough. Seeing as the old man left on a business trip yesterday, he asked me to just keep things moving along.
What?
Yep. He said it was part of the third plan and approved by you-know-who. And thanks to that, I'm utterly swamped with work. The best I can do is help you out here and there in my spare time.
Forget it then. I don't need your help. Damn you, Harwood. I cooperate with you on every possible occasion, and this is what I get in return? Fine. Since it's come to this, I'll simply have to go to the enforcers who are available, even if they're still wet behind the ears.
Oh.
The new enforcers? I don't think our two newest members are really in a state to help at the moment. Might be kinda tough for most of the others, too.
Is it?
But these two might just have a bit of time.
Is that a certain...
Oopsie.
Oh, nope, these are new.
Sorry, Campy. Have to pause the stream real quick, you know?
These are new.
Greetings. It would appear you're in the
18
middle
and
of your
7.
observation duties. I take it you're looking for assistance?
Perceptive as usual. I like it. That said, I'm not the one in need of help this time around. I'd like you two to give the professor a hand with his project.
Ah, it was something to do with Marduk, if I recall correctly.
That prof? Well, I guess I do owe him a favor, so as long as he's cool with me working remotely.
Much appreciated. Even though this isn't a front and center job, it's still very important. After all, it's part of her final plan. The long-awaited third phase, the Eternal Recurrence Plan.
We've heard that name since, like, Cold Steel 4, like, how many years ago now? Anyways, OP time. This might get muted. Oh, new outfits for most of the main cast, except for Bergard. Evan. This group, and Mr. R. Hermes. Oh, Fee is here as well. And Toa. Interesting that Yorda is by herself. What is that? That's a master. Interesting. What are these Power Ranger masks? It's moving too quickly. What was that at the end there? Fascinating. Lots of small things there in the intro. But I assume that's the end of the prologue. Prologue, A Crossing of Fates.
Those are impressive results.
Can't complain with that.
Yep, SPN rank. Yeah.
Didn't mean to draw so much attention.
Rean is the employee of the month somehow without being an employee. All right. What's this? Let me save first. So 3 episodes. What's this? A short time prior. Mm-hmm.
This is the Comms and Observation Satellite, Prometheus 4. Connection with the simulated manned flight frame, EXD completed. Cockpit temperature, 68 degrees. Airtight shield, functional. Oxygen ratio, nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
Oro?
Sup, chat? It's Ouros, Myroboros, Ouroboros. That launch, though, literally out of this world. And the fact I got it on stream, so godlike. Look at Mr. Dummy floating around. Cute. Wait, hold up. This viewer count's popping off.
Is this a
That
public
tracks,
stream?
Though. This is some real historical-ish. Anyone who missed it's in for some primo FOMO. Can humanity really touch the stars? I'll be keeping major tabs, so stay tuned for those deets, Ouroboros. Anyways, that's all for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Banned. The shadow got banned. That's funny. But yeah, that is interesting for sure. Let's what's next? Okay, yeah.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails Beyond the Horizon. Available now.
What do you mean available now? It's available in 11 days. Whatever. Well, I guess I'll release this next week then. Kind of drip feed it throughout the week. So yeah, you'll probably be watching this on Friday, January 9th. Oh, sorry, 16th. So yeah, by the time this video comes out, the game will have been out, and I will probably be recording it while you watch this video. So yeah, I'm gonna end this episode here. What a fascinating prologue. I can already tell it's gonna be very Reverie-esque in terms of the stories, right? Because Reverie had that thing where we had like 2 separate stories, 3 separate stories going at once. We had like Lloyd's group, Rean's group, and well, C, but / Rufus's group. I'm not like worried about doing spoilers because honestly, this game is just a walking spoiler for all the games. Yeah, what a fascinating prologue. It's probably gonna be a Reverie style where we have 3 stories. Because Daybreak 2 had a similar system where there were a lot of times, or at least in the first half, like 2 stories going on at once. I'm not surprised if this one decides to go 3 stories. Maybe not all the time, maybe like each chapter there's 2, and then we just swap who's not there. Maybe like Van and Rean first, then Van and Kevin, then, you know, we'll see. Lots of interesting snippets in the intro. Curious about the Power Ranger looking dudes. Looking like masks. Rean and Shizuna fighting, not surprised. That's happening. Yorda being on her own with Ix, like leaving her, is interesting. Is a very interesting shot. Especially with like Campanella going that he doesn't think that the twins are available to help. Or like not in a position to help. So something happened with them. Which is going to be interesting. Wonder if it's going to be another, like, you know, Swin, Nadia, Joshua scenario. Ren as well, I guess. But we'll see. I'm going to end this here for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with some more Trails Beyond the Horizon next week. Still Monday, Wednesday, Friday slots, I think. At least until Octopath ends, which is honestly looking like it's going to be a long one. I might swap them at some point and have Trails be the daily slot and Octopath be the sub slot. But at least for January, that's how I'm going to run it. And we'll go from there. So thank you for tuning in. Excited for this game when it comes out for real. I'll see you all then. And on Monday, well, I keep saying then, but it'll be out by that point. So see you all in the next episode.